Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with the practice set 3.2. Okay. Your first question, that is, use the given letters to write the answer. And 3 questions are given. Okay, you have to write it with this expression using these letters. Now see, there are 8 trees in the village Lat. If the number of trees increases every year by B, then how many trees will there be after X years? Now see, I wrote instead of A 100, okay, instead of B 10, and instead of X 2. As a normally, if I ask a question that suppose in a village there are 800 trees, okay, instead of A, this is a given a letter. So just for your understanding, I am just taking an example. Suppose there is 100 trees are there in the village, okay, and it is like this way that in a year number of trees have increased by 10, okay, and if I ask you that how many trees you will be getting after 2 years, so what you will do, we know that 1 year 10 trees are increased, so obviously when you talk about the 2 years, 10 plus 10 you will be getting 20, okay, so that means total increased trees are 20. Now, when you are asked about the total trees, so what you will do, 100 trees already there in the village, okay, and after 2 years, 20 trees have increased. So, 100 plus 20, what you will get? That is 120. Okay, I hope students you understood. Suppose, here I am writing, 10 is increased in a year. Like this way, how much? 2 years they are asking. So, first year 10 increased, second year 10 increase, so totally how much you got? 20. Okay, this is just your understanding. Now like this way 20 is increased within 2 years. Within 2 years 20 trees have increased. So total how many trees? Already 100 trees were there in a village, so along with this 100 I will add 20 also, so you will be getting 120. Understood? Now come back to this expression. Here 8 trees in the village, okay, and number of trees every year it is increased by 10, okay. So how many trees you will be getting after 2 years? That means after X years, okay. So what you will do? Same way here, B plus B, what you will be getting? 2B, okay. And after 2 years, you are just what you are doing? Instead of this expression, I can do like this way, no? 10 into 2, this is 20, okay. So same way I can do here, okay, X into B, I can write XB or BX, and the same time I have to add with this. Now when you write this expression in a stepwise, I will tell you how to write. So now when you write as a step, okay, by solution part, what you will do, what is A, what is B, all these things should be written. So my first step, that is C. A I wrote, that is it is represent as number of trees. What B represent? That is number of trees increases every year, okay. So when we know this, that B is, that is it's actually trees which is increased every year. So my next step, therefore, increase in the number of trees, as I took the example of 10. Every year 10 trees increase, and we are asked for 2 years. So what we have done, 10 into 2, as I told, it is 20 you are getting. Same thing we are in the doing with the expression. So you will be getting BX, and when you come for the question after 2 years, that means you have to do total, okay. So the total number of trees in the village after X year, that is you are adding with, like in the example I took 100, okay, so I told 100 plus 20, you will be getting 120. Same way in the expression, just you have to write A plus BX. This is the final expression. Understood, students? Now similarly, the second question, you can see, for the parade there are Y students in each row and X such row are formed, okay. Then how many students are there for the parade in all? Now see students, This is asked about the question that suppose instead of y, I just take a random example, 10 students are there, okay, in each row, and x such rows are formed. That means, for example, I will take this x as 5 rows are there. That means 1, 2, okay, 3, 4, 5. Like this way 5 rows are there. Okay, and 10 in each row, 10 students are there. In each row, 10 students are there. So how you will calculate that how many students are there for the parade in all? Very simple. We used to calculate with 5 into 10 is equal to total 50 students will be there. Okay, 10 students of this, 10 students in this row, 10 students in this row. So simple calculation, a mental calculation we used to do, that is 5 into 10. We write 50, right? Now come back to this expression. Y students are present in each row. X such rows are there. Okay, so how we will do when it is an expression? Simple. We are just multiply like this way. We have to multiply this also. Okay, that is xy. Okay, so just write it first. Number of rows that is given as x, number of students in each row that is represented as y. Okay, so finally the total number of students that is present for this parade, that will be xy. Understood, students? I hope this question is very clear now. Next question, that is the tens and units place of a 2-digit number is m and n respectively. Write the polynomial which represents the 2-digit number. Now very clear, my dear students, in your childhood already you have studied this thing, that how to write a 2-digit number, right? So first we know that when m, it stands for the tens place. So first step, what we will do, digit m at tens place, what we will write? M into 10. So when you multiply 10m, you can write. Similarly for the unit place also, digit n at unit place, that is equal to n into 1, which is equal to n. So finally when you represent the 2-digit number, we know that we already learned this. It is, you are adding this. Okay, so you are in childhood you have written, no, the digit place for the tens plus into 10 plus unit place, that is multiplied with 1. Same way we are just representing the expression 10m plus n. Understood? I hope, students, the question 1 is clear now. Moving ahead, it is about you have to add. Polynomials are given, you have to add. Every time I used to give, last time also in the session we have discussed, you are given 2 polynomials. First you have to write it down in the expression of addition. So what I will do, I wrote it in an expression of addition. Second step, what you have to do is you have to open the brackets. So you have to open the brackets very carefully. Now already it is addition, so there will be no any problem in changing the sign. Secondly, the third step, that is you have to collect the terms. See, x cube, then 5x cube. These are the like terms. Minus 2x squared, then plus 2x you have to write, minus 9 plus 9 you have to write. Okay, arrange in the like terms. Negative, and that means these are the opposite signs. Minus 9 plus 9, they will be cancelled out. So what is remaining? Just perform. X cube plus 5x cube. You are applying here operations. Then here you are applying. Okay, so here you will be getting 6x cube. And here this side you cannot apply the expression. Why? Because it is not a like term. Okay, only in the first term. Okay, this is c minus 2x square, and this is the power of x is only 1. So you cannot perform. But yes, here you can perform. So 6x cube minus 2x square plus 2x as it is you have to write. These 2 terms as it is you have to write. And only here you can perform the expression. In case here you are getting like term, then you have to perform the operation. Otherwise, just simply you have to copy down. That's all. So this is your final answer. Here, in the second case, polynomials are given, and first I wrote it in a addition form. Okay, once you wrote it in addition form, thereafter you have to open the brackets. So I did this. I opened the brackets. Okay, I turned my page, students. That's why. Okay, thereafter just collect all your like terms here. See, minus 7m raised to 4, then the other like term, that is 5m raised to 4, 5m cube. Okay, these are the like terms. Then 5m cube for this, minus 3m cube, and this is constant. But remember, there is one more term is there with the variable, that is 3m. So first we will write 3m and then constant terms will write together. So see, I wrote it everything. Now you can perform over here. M raised to 4. This is here operation you can apply it. Here you can apply it. Okay, m cube. But here there is no any like terms are there. So this part will be written as it is. Okay, here also you cannot perform any special operations. So write it here in the same way. Okay, when you apply the operations, write the results and rest as it is. This is your final answer. Third question. You can see there is a polynomials are given. Okay, whatever polynomials, whether 1, 2 or how much polynomials are given, your first step is you have to write it in a expression of addition. So that I wrote it first. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether you have a 2 polynomials or 3 polynomials. In this case 3 polynomials are given, but it doesn't make any change in the steps. Okay, so this is your first step, writing down in the addition form. Second step, you have to open the brackets. So see, there is no any confusion as it is a plus sign there. Okay, so that. The third step, as I told, you have to collect all your like terms. Here 2y square, 3y square. Okay, these are the like terms. 7y, 3y, these are the like terms. You got it? Even along with that, there is also one more thing, that is minus 4y. Okay, it doesn't matter that you have a 3 like terms, but you have to write together. Okay, thereafter all constants, 5, 9, minus 3, all these constants you are writing together. So that is your next step. See? Okay, now how to apply this 2? You are applying the operation. Now see, all these 3 are like terms, so all 3 together you are applying, and this 3 constants. Now how to, doesn't make any change. So when you do you have the 3 terms, first do 7 plus 3. Okay, and the result, it will be, obviously it will remain positive because the greater number 7 is positive. That answer you are doing minus, because plus minus minus. So this. So what I will do is 7 plus 3. We know it is a 10y. So plus 10y and minus 4y. Like this way. That means first this 2 you applied, what result you are getting, and copy down with minus 4y. So here 7 plus 3 I am getting 10y. So out of 10, when you do subtract 4. So how much is remaining? 6. Okay, 6y. Now 10 is the greater number sign is positive. So this is a mental calculation. You can also do a step if you want, extra step you can do it. Like you can write 2, this is 5y square. Okay, as I told, 7 plus this is 10y minus 4y. This step is not necessary to write. You can do a calculation. Okay, then plus here also, if you want to apply together, you can do it. 5 plus 9, whatever you are getting, that result you have to subtract the 3. You got it? So straight away also you can do. Otherwise directly you can write it. Okay, so here I am getting 14 minus 3. So no need to express this step. Directly you can do a mental calculation, or you can do any rough work over here also. Okay, so this step I am not mentioning. If you want, if you are getting confused, you can do it, or else you can separately, you can write like this way also, from which there is no any confusion arise. This 2 will be done first. Okay, and then you write 4y, so there will be no confusion. Okay, so this is about the addition. Third question that they talk about the subtract. What they told, the second polynomial, you have to subtract the second polynomial from the first. Okay, so the first question, that is x square minus 9x plus root 3, and another polynomial that is given minus 19x plus root 3 plus 7xy. So the very first thing, as same steps you have to follow. Okay, write it down, the expression of subtraction. Okay, so I wrote it first, expression of subtraction. Okay, and I last time already I told you that according to the statement you have to do it. Okay, subtract the second polynomial from the first. This you have to subtract from first. So we are writing in this expression. Understood? Now second step, you have to open the bracket. When you open the bracket, all signs change in the second polynomial because negative sign is there outside. So minus 19x will turn to positive, plus root 3 will turn to negative, and positive 7x square will turn to negative. Okay, so that you have to remember. See, I wrote it here. Once you have done with this, as I told, you have to collect the like terms. So when you collect the like terms, you can see I wrote it here, x square, 7x square, okay, 9x, then plus 19x, minus 9x, plus 19x, and all the constants, plus root 3, minus root 3. Now negative sign and one positive sign, that means opposite signs will be cancelled. Okay, then this is remaining. Perform the operations over here on the like terms. Okay, so when you perform here, we know that x square minus 7x square, here coefficient is 1 is there, so minus 6x square. Why minus? Because of the greater sign. Okay, greater number sign is minus, that's why. Minus 9x plus 19x, that is minus plus minus, so you are performing subtraction over here. So when you minus 19 with 9, you will be getting 10x, but you can see the greater number sign is positive, hence it will be plus 10x. Okay, and these are cancelled out. So here your answers you will be getting, that is minus 6x square plus 10x. Fine. That is about the subtraction. See the second case, the same way you have to write it down first in the form of expression of subtraction. Thereafter you are opening the brackets. You can see the sign 3ab was positive. When you open the bracket, it turns to negative. Here 8ab square turns to positive, and finally the last term, that is 2a square b, it turns to negative 2a square b. Okay, thereafter collect the like terms, 2ab square, then plus 8ab square. You have to see when the variables with the same powers you have to choose. Okay, so a power is 1, b power is 2. Here a power is 1, b power is 2. So same way, same like terms should be present. Okay, so these are the like terms. Then here 3a square b. In this case 2a square b. Okay, these are the like terms. Look at the sign, students. Don't forget to put the sign. Minus 4ab and minus 3ab. These are the like terms. So see, I already have done with this for your understanding. Not necessary to show this curly bracket. This is just for your understanding. Okay, if you do also, then also you will not going to lose the marks. Okay, just perform. This is addition. Fine. So 8 plus 2, that you are getting 10ab square. Okay, you are performing over here. Plus minus stands for minus. So a square b. Then minus minus stands for plus. So you will be doing addition. So 4 plus 3, that is 7, but the sign of the greater number is negative. So you have to put negative sign. Understood? The third sum is also, only 2 sums are given in this. Next, that is multiply the given polynomials. The first one, that is 2x, and another one is x square minus 2x minus 1. So I told you the first step, that is you have to write it with the expression. Now see, here only one term is present in this polynomial and the entire polynomial. You are multiplying the entire term with each term which is present in this polynomial. So first write down with this expression of multiplication, 2x into x square minus 2x minus 1. As I told you last time, not necessary to put this sign of multiplication. Without putting this sign, if you just put a dot or nothing, if you are written, then also the expression, consider that both polynomials, it is in a product form. So next, that is open the brackets. You are multiplying 2x, this term with this term, then with this term, and finally with the last third term. So see, 2x square, that is powers are added, as last time I told you about the loss of indices. 2x cube, 2x negative sign will be as it is because plus minus minus. 2 2s are 4 and x square. Okay, then minus, this is a constant, so 1 2s are 2 and x as it is. Fine. So this is how, this is the answer for this. Second term, see, here 2 terms are present. Okay, so it doesn't make any change. First write it down in expression, see, like this way. Now you have to hold one term and multiply the entire bracket, the entire polynomial. That means each term. So don't be get. So here there is no any confusion. Only one term was there. So first write down your first step. Write down x5 and multiply entire polynomial. Then write down second term minus 1 and then multiply with the entire. So that is our first step. X raised to 5 and I wrote the whole polynomial. See, today here in this case I didn't put multiply sign. Okay, for your understanding, that's why I am telling you. Here I am not putting any multiply sign. That means these are in the product form. Then minus 1, don't forget the sign, minus 1 and entire bracket. Now here you are just applying, as I told you, x5, x raised to 5, it is multiplied with this term, then with this term and finally with this term. Here also the same thing, you are multiplying with this term, you are multiplying with this term and finally you are multiplying with this term. Okay, so when you multiply x raised to 5 into x raised to 3, you are adding the powers. Okay, so how much you will be getting? X raised to 5, that means 5 plus 3 you are doing. You will be getting 8. Okay, so x raised to 8. See, x raised to 8. Then x raised to 5. Here coefficient is 1. So 2 will be remaining as it is. Only it is done with the powers. Okay, so x raised to 7. Then here there is no any variable. So 2 x raised to 5. Then here everything is 1. So the same thing. Only see the sign. This is negative. So the sign will change. X cube minus 2x square minus 2. Understood? Now very simple, collect if there is any like term is there, collect it, otherwise you have to write as it is. Okay, so I have done this, you can see. Okay, finally there is no any like term, so that is a correct answer. Next, third sum, you can see two polynomials are given, same way like a second sum. Okay, write it this in a form of a multiplication, fine. This 2y, first term it is multiplied with the entire term of this polynomial, then this entire term of this polynomial. So write it, see 2y, I wrote it this in this form. Then once it is done, entire term you have to multiply with each term of this polynomial. See, like this way. Same way here. Here also 1 is given, so entire term will be as it is. But see the sign, here it is plus. So there is a sign will not change. Okay, so I wrote it like this way. Understood everyone? Now if there is a, see already here like term you can see 2y cube and minus 2y cube. Now these are the opposite signs, so automatically this will be cancelled also. Not necessary, but you can write it in a step, don't do directly. Okay, now minus 4y raised to 4, but there is no, yeah, here there is a again like term you are getting, so perform over there. So this is I cancelled out. Okay, I wrote it in a step. Then I wrote it this together, the like terms which I got. Okay, 6y square plus y square. Then here 3y, there is no any like term with this term. So I wrote it as it is. Okay, now perform operations on this. So it is 7y square. So your answer is minus 4y raised to 4 plus 7y square plus 3y. This is the final answer. Okay. Yes. Next question, that is to divide the polynomial by second polynomial and write the answer in the form of dividend, that is equal to divisor into quotient, okay, plus remainder. Like this way you have to write. So what I will do, the first is given x cube minus 64, okay, and x minus 4. Here x minus 4, it is a divisor. Now every time I used to told you, last time also I told you, when it is given, okay, you first write in the form of a index form. Index form means what? You have to write all the missing terms. Here the power is 3 and directly constant is given. So you are writing power with 3 but power with 2 and power with 1. This both terms are missing. So write down first that. Okay. Here I have not written directly. I wrote it in the form of here. If you are getting confused, in a differently index form, like this way you have to write it down. See, x cube plus 0x square plus 0x minus 64. I wrote it in the index form. This is a divisor and your first term, okay, x cube, you have to bring here x cube. How? That is something you have to multiply with this x, from which you should get x cube. not something. What you have to multiply? Here already x is there. Okay, so out of x cube, x already is there. That means how much is remaining? X square is remaining to get x cube. So that x square I will write over here. So when I multiply x into x square, I will be getting x raised to cube. Okay, then I should not leave this as it is. I have to multiply with the second term also. So minus sign will be there. 4x square, 4 into x square, that is 4x square. Okay, next that is you have to change the sign. In division, always remember, once you have wrote this, you have to change the sign. Okay, so you can see plus x cube. Now once you change the sign, that change sign will be considered. Negative negative cancelled out. Okay, plus plus plus, so 4x square. 0x as it is you have to copy down. Minus 64 is also as same way you have to copy down. Next step, your target is 4x square. Now what you have to multiply with this x so that you will be getting 4x square. Now see, already 1x is present. So only 1x is required and 4 is required. So what I will do, I will write 4x. This is a 4x square is a positive. So I will write plus 4x. 4 into 4x into x, that is 4x square. See. Okay, and I should do with this second term also. Minus 4 into 4. 4 4s are 16. But see, plus minus minus. So the sign is minus 16x. Okay. Now see, sign change. Minus plus. So positive negative cancelled out. What is remaining? That is, see, we are looking to this sign. Huh? So plus plus plus. 0 plus 16, that remains 16 only. So 16x. Okay. And 64 as it is, we are copying down. Next, your target is about 16x. So already x is there. So what is remaining? What you have to multiply? That is only 16. So that write 16 over here. See the sign, it is already positive. So I wrote positive. Now see 16x, when you multiply 16x, you have wrote it here, and the second term 4. 16 into 4, that is 64. But see the sign, plus minus minus. Now first, as I told, change the sign. So this will be cancelled out. 64 minus this one, positive 64, this will be considered. Negative, positive, cancel out. So finally you got 0. So this is the remainder. This is your quotient. Okay, this is dividend, and this is divisor. So when you write this in this form, so you will be getting x cube minus 64. Okay, that means in this form when you write, you can see x cube minus 64, which is equal to x minus 4, then x square plus 4x plus 16 plus 0. Okay, in this way you will be getting. Next question is also the same way. Okay, this is the divisor. You are writing in the form of a index form. Okay, here only the term with x, that is with the power 1 only is left. So I wrote it this. Now when you write, see, I need this 5x square, x 5x is to 5, 2x square, 2x are here. So remaining is about 3x. So 5x cube, and 5 is not there. So that also I will write. See. Okay, and multiply this one. So minus plus minus minus 5x is to 4. Okay, sign change, cancel out. This calculation will be written as, and this all will be written same as down. Understood? Like this way. Thereafter, you can see the next target you are doing with this term. Only the thing is the polynomial is little big. Otherwise, rest of all things will be same. Steps you have to follow the same. Okay, there is no any change. Next, when you need a 9x raised to 4, you already have 2x over here. Only 2x is remaining. So that x square I wrote, and 9 is required. So that 9 I wrote. Now everything is positive. So I put the sign positive. Okay. Next term, simply you have to multiply. 9 into already 1x is here, x square here. So x cube, 9x cube. Okay. So I wrote it. Just change the sign. These are cancelled out. This is plus, so minus plus. Both stands for minus. And also see the greater number sign 9, that is considering the new sign. Okay. So 6x cube. All these three terms you have to write it down as it is. Okay. Thereafter your target is 6x cube. You can see, so already x square is there, only one x is remaining and 6 is remaining, so 6x I wrote here. This is like this way. Okay, then I will multiply x with this term, so 6 already and x plus the powers of 1 plus 1, that is square, so 6x square. Okay, these are change the sign, cancel out, perform the operation over here. This plus stands for plus, so 8x square you will be getting. Okay, and this both terms will be written as it is. Now your target is 8x square, so 8x square. So when you write this 8x square, already x square is there, only 8 is required, so that you will write 8. Okay, so just do the multiplication, change the sign, cancel out, and 8x plus 2 you will be getting. Now see my dear students, further you cannot go, because if you target 8x, you can see here you need 8x, but in the divisor x square is there, that means 1x is extra. Okay, if you multiply 8 you can bring, but 1x is extra, so this is not possible. So this is final, the remainder. Okay, so when you write it in the form of a dividend, that is C, I wrote it dividend, divisor into quotient plus remainder. Understood? So everyone. Okay, so this is about, my dear students, about the division. Now see the last sum. It is a word problem type. Write down the information in the form of algebraic expression and you have to simplify. Now what is given? There is a rectangular form and the length is given, that is 2a square plus 3b square meter. Okay, and breadth is given, that is a square plus b square meter. The farmer used a square shaped plot of the farm, that is to build a house. And the side of this plot, that is given a square minus b square meter. And your question is, what is the area of the remaining part of the farm? This is the question. Okay, so see my dear students, I wrote it in my book also, this question. Your first part is write down the informations which is given to you. Write down the informations means what? What is length? What is breadth? Okay, so I wrote it first, what is length and what is breadth. Now see, I draw a figure over here just for your understanding. This is a square, this is a rectangle. Okay, this is a rectangular farm I am taking, which the length is given 2a square plus 3b square and breadth is given a square plus b square. I just noted for your understanding. In this rectangular, this square I am taking, okay, which is for the purpose to build a house, and you have given one side, okay, that is a square minus b square. And what is the question? What is the area of the, what is the area of the remaining part of the farm? Remaining part means this area you have to find. Okay, this is the remaining. This much plot is they have used for to build the house. So I have to find out this part which is remaining. Okay, see, I have done this shade. Okay, this part I need to find. So what if I know the area of this rectangle and if I know the area of this square, then it's very easy. Okay, if I do subtraction, okay, from this total area, if I subtract this area of square, then I will get the remaining part. Understood? So my target is, first I need to find out the area of this rectangle and area of square. So as we already know, the formula of area of rectangle, that is length into breadth, okay, and area of square, that is side square. This is what the formula. So first I will write down the formula, area of rectangular form, that is length into breadth, multiply length, and what is length? That is 2a square plus 3b square. What is breadth? That is a square plus b square. Now simple calculation, okay, you have to multiply this polynomials. 2a square first you have to take and you have to multiply entire polynomial. Same way, plus 3b square you have to take and you have to multiply the entire polynomial. Okay, so that is what I wrote it here. Understood? Now each term you have to multiply. Okay, same way, this term you are taking with multiply with this polynomial, each term of this polynomial. So that you will be getting 2a raised to 4, okay, plus 2a square b square plus 3a square b square. So when you are getting to 3b square a square, you can arrange in the form of variable, okay. So 3a square b square plus 3 b raised to 4. Okay, now like term here it is present, so perform operation on this like term. Already I have done this. So see, 3 when you do the addition, 5 a square d square, you will get rest of everything. So this is actually your area of rectangle. And don't forget to write the meter, m square. Okay, meter square, or you write m square. This is also correct if you don't want to write the whole word. Now put it this as a equation 1. What is next? You need to, now you got area of a rectangle. Similarly, you have to find out with this that means you need to find out the area of a square. So what I will do, I will write first my formula. We know that area of square, that is side square. So what is side? That is a square minus b square. Put square. Okay, so when you write square means what? You have to write this, you have to multiply what is given in the bracket twice. That means a square minus b square into a square minus b square. 2 times you have to multiply. So I wrote it first like this way, a square minus b square into a square minus b square. Now simple as usual, first term you have to hold this and you have to multiply the entire term, entire polynomial. Okay, similarly second term you have to choose and you have to multiply entire polynomial. So see, I wrote it like this way. And again the next step, that is each term you have to multiply a square with this term and a square with this term. Similarly minus, don't forget the sign, this with this, and finally this term with this term. So see, I will be getting this answer. Okay, now like terms are present over here. Perform this, minus a square, but minus minus it will lead to plus. Okay, so your addition is, this means coefficients you are adding. Okay, here nothing, that means 1 is there. So 2 a square b square, and the sign will be minus. Okay, so that you have to see, this is the area of the square. You are right, don't forget to write meter square. Why? Because this is the unit. Okay, so this is, we are going to give the number 2. So we already found the area of a rectangle and area of a square. Now I told you to get, what you have to do is, I got area of a rectangle and I also understood area of a square. So finally, when I know the area of rectangle and area of a square, so if I do subtraction, I will get the remaining part from this area if I minus this much area. So I got the remaining part. That is what your question. So I will write it in a statement. To find area of the remaining part of the farm, I will subtract 2 from 1. Okay, this is the biggest area. Okay, rectangle. From rectangle I will minus the area of square. So just write it down this, and as subtraction you already know the rules. First open the bracket. I open the bracket. While opening the bracket, don't forget to change the sign. Okay, so I change the sign and collect all your like terms. Okay, see, I already have done, and I already given this sign just for your understanding. And perform, once your like term is done, okay, you have collected, you have to perform the operations, okay, that I performed, and finally that is your answer. Okay, so I got a raised to 4 plus 7 a square b square plus 2b raised to 4, and your unit will be meter square. Understood? So this is the final answer. Thus you are writing the conclusion part, because it's a problem. Okay, word problem. So you have to write the conclusion part. Thus the area of the remaining part of the farm is a raised to 4 plus 7 a square b square plus 2b raised to 4 meters square. Understood? So I hope students you all have understood this practice set 3.2. Thank you.